So recently I had a dream, and there's not a lot that I remember about it now, but one thing I do remember is that there was a bright yellow sports car in it, and then I was directed over to this direction when I was singing the song. I didn't know where to go, and it's a bright yellow sports car. This is a place called Hearts, and I think it was Boulevard of Broken Dreams that I was listening to that kept saying Hearts, and I was like, well, it's on my way home. I'll go down that street. And if I can remember, like, what else was in that dream, it was like very clear, and then I forgot it, and then something reminded me of it. I remembered all of it, and now I'm back to forgetting what it was. But so I can tell you, because it was kind of, I remember it being like sort of relevant, but to things, but oh well, doesn't matter, I guess. Whoa. But I'm gonna keep this going because we're gonna pass a house that I think is just absolutely so cute, and I'm gonna show you. This is actually a really old historic neighborhood that I live in, and so there's a lot of like really unique little houses around. What was it? Why was there a yellow sports car? It really bothered me now. Just driving around, listening to music, singing. Love to sing in the car. Here it is. This house is so cute. It's like a little villa or something. And this isn't even like the side of the neighborhood. There was actually someone filming something here, or some big, like, on this street last week. In the north side of this area, there's just these beautiful houses, and I love driving around just like looking at all the decorations and houses, and they're so cute. Oh my goodness, what was it? I have that song Breathless stuck in my head, and oh, it's such a beautiful song. I love it. Never heard it before. It's cute. You were always pretty. What was it? It was some guy was in it that it was like Halloween. It was like the beginning of the month. No one really had decorations up yet, and was driving down the street and saw, how they put like ghosts in the trees, and I thought, like, oh my god, I was like, had not slept. It scared the shit out of me. I thought someone was like not supposed to do that. There was like a, hanging or something. Oh my god, my heart stopped. Show you the house. It's actually there's like one hill here. This is a really pretty house. the hill. So there's all these really beautiful houses that are situated on this, I call it a slant. What they did in the 60s was like build all these houses at the sidewalk level in front of them to like make, utilize space, which is unfortunate. There's actually a house up here that has like all these really cool like kind of cubist sculptures in the front yard. I tried taking pictures of one time. It just didn't really work, but maybe I'll. Here it is. Cool. It's like a Frank Lloyd Wright house or something here. I don't think it is though. Anyways, if I remember the rest of that dream, it doesn't really matter. Let's drive by. Well, it's on my way home. Is this place still for sale? Yes, I want. Let's like turn that into a studio. It'd be really cool. Then I would be like kitty corner to these bitches. My old studio, looking place. Like the nerve, honestly. Like, and they know, they did it too because like she asked me before she had gone through my pictures, and like that's why I knew that. She asked me for, she said she really liked my design style, interior design aesthetic, and whatever. And just like people take the, I don't know, it's just such like bullshit. And not that I care, but it's like some people want me out of this neighborhood. Seems like they're trying to push me out. Some people want me. Seems like they want me to stick. So they're like, I want to like ruin my life by like keeping me here, not being able to like have no freedom and stuff like that. But I don't know. I don't really give a shit what anyone else wants at this point, since I don't care what I want. So, you kind of like at a certain point you're just like, fuck everyone. Like, I don't know. Like, it's just beyond me why it seems that things don't get through to people, and that like I understood that there was a testing period, and I had to prove my abilities, and it didn't matter as far as like if certain parties like in politics knew about, on some news station they're like they've known about this thing forever or for a week or something that I had predicted like the night or two before, and that's not even the point. I mean, like I didn't know, and that's the point. The point is to like prove my abilities and credibility through different means, and I can't remember what it was, but there's just too many things to keep track of. So tired. Too many, that just aren't my responsibility. And see, like, build ugly houses where they shouldn't. That aren't my responsibility. That I shouldn't have to, like, I don't know, that take up so much time, and then people assume that what I'm doing here is all for them, and it just never was, never, ever. Like, at most, it was like a side, like, inquiry to, like, don't read into that. Jeez, like, I swear, the news is just like, I have such a sort of love-hate relationship with them. But if I'm just doing art and things like that, and because at this point, like, I've shown that this is an all-encompassing thing, that how it all works, and that I've proven quantum entanglement and participation in artist experience. Like, I've done it, like, at this point it's too much, it's too hard to continue and keep up, and it really annoys me. It is very much like a certain trait of that, where I'm just kind of like, it's not all for you. It never was. Like, not only did you not inform me that you're using me and that you're implicating me in certain things that are not my intent in putting up certain videos, and like putting myself at risk with every video that I could put up, because people are going to read into it no matter what I say. And it's a really cute house. This church is for sale. It's really cool. They should turn it into like a, artist studio space. It's nice. Not that anyone really wants to like little island here. But yeah, if you put things in different contexts that are obvious and they link back to my playlist because I had just put up a song, then you're implicating me in something that, just because you put something into a context doesn't mean that that was necessarily my intent. There are millions of layers to these, now, and at this point I'm just kind of like, I've been trying so hard to like just try to do my own thing at this point, because no, I'm way past that point of like interning or working for free or something. Like, I have to build a life for myself. I'm not trying to like, and it pissed me off so much to hear people say like, oh, I'm glad that like so glad to see the work people did while we were on vacation, like while Congress was away. And I'm like, okay, so if I thought I was doing work and I wasn't trying to, then, it's just like, just trying to defend myself and be able to do what I want and be able to have, like, to express myself the way that I want to and talk the way that I want to, and, I'm not trying to be a politician at all. I'm not trying to, I don't need to, I'm not the queen. I don't need to like censor myself. You know what I mean? Like, I feel so restricted. And so like, and that's the opposite of artistic expression, just, and that's when I get really, really annoyed, because it's like, no, I never signed up for this, and there's nothing in it for me. You don't even pay me. Why the hell? And you put me at risk, and you don't care, and then you try to tell me I shouldn't be saying certain things when I'm like, this is an art space. Get that through your heads. Like, this was not solely for you people in politics and news, like, ever. I feel bad, and I'm guilt-tripped into doing things that protect people if possible, but like, I just don't know where people get off thinking that they can just like take advantage of someone and expect them to work around the clock, which is what this takes, and provide no protection and keep them isolated. And if you're going to treat me like a, and under surveillance and not pay me so I can't even have a life and buy like things I need, like a new car and things like that, like, it's just bullshit. When they're just like living life, and working off my formulations of things, and it's just beyond me. And if you're gonna treat me like this is the house that is haunted. The bell tower reminds me of vertigo. If you're going to treat me like a criminal and constantly judge me and monitor and censor and surveil and follow me, like and make it so that I can't just like leave the state easily, and like because I've done nothing wrong, but nothing, where I've done so many good things right that it should even be a question. But beyond that, like, it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Do I look like a fucking criminal? No. Have I been a criminal? No. What have I done? You tell me, because if you have a good reason, then you can inform me, because as far as I know, I've done nothing wrong, nothing intentional, nothing that even if it pissed someone off, it's not a crime. Like, people need to freaking chill. And oh look, it's so pretty. So yeah, if you're gonna treat me like that, I'm not gonna continue to just like abide by your rules. Like, I'm gonna just do whatever I want. And you can just, not believe me like you do all the time, people, and think that this is some sort of, but it's not. It's really, truly not. I am so beyond it and so fed up with you picking and choosing, cherry picking what you want to believe as far as my own testimony of how I feel, and then using the rest of it, like to benefit your own jobs. Like, it's so selfish. It's so beyond selfish, and I am completely judging you because I've voiced this 1,000 times, and if you won't listen, then I don't know what to say, because I know regardless you're going to track and monitor me and utilize what you can of what I, and it's just so like, it's what right do you have to do that? You don't have a right to do that at all. And if you want that kind of help that exhausts me and that puts my life at risk, then like anyone, and constantly too, 24/7, that is the life of someone who works in intelligence agencies and things like that, and they are paid. And have direct channels of communication to avoid this kind of thing. And it's just, I don't know why people are just so daft and selfish to think that this is only for them and that I don't deserve the same things that you have when I work 20 times harder than you. I mean, just, truly, where do you get off? I just really don't get it. I just don't get it. And I've said it before 1,000 times, and I said it on Sunday, Monday in that text video, that's your warning. And if I don't hear from people, if I don't get the communication that I've asked for, and that if I don't have something concrete written in stone as a full-time job, which this is like a double full-time job, and then I'm not going to do it. Like, and you need to respect that also when I say that this is not for anything but creative purposes. It's so bothersome. So bothersome. To be taken out of context and then like blamed for those things, and then if you don't do something, blamed, and then people are like, oh, but you should do more. And you're like, why? Why would I do more? Honestly, please tell me, why would I? Because I've done that for years, and I'm only human, and I need to live, and you wouldn't. You haven't. So where does anyone get off telling me what to do, treating me like a child? Like your parents or something? No. Ew. God. zero freedom. I'm just like, and why? Why? Still just can't even understand it. I would never take advantage of someone like this and put them through this sort of hell where they're isolated and have no idea what's going on or why. And then have these like dorky guys in government who are just like, we will like completely put a freeze on if we want to, and you're just like, shut the fuck up. You are so ugly and like